Up to the buzz. Me don't know. The buzz.
You know how we roll.
This is the entertainment buzz. Further on in the buzz.
That is why they borrow our things. And them searching and searching. Like boy, just on a clip them away.
What we gonna do right here is go back. Way back into time.
Sky, are you? All the respect them eyes up. Like a flag. Hear me now. So about it. Dig it well. Entertainment buzz are the real thing, man. Sight.
And now, our feature presentation.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the EBUZZ. This is Amber in the house on behalf of Bones tonight, and I'm with Kashima. Hey, Kashima.
Hey, Amber.
Good
night. You hear me?
Yes, girl, I can hear you now. I'm sure they can all hear you.
Good night to our listeners, like you just said. And, only fitting way to kick off tonight's Amber is to find out from you, did Malia have a happy birthday?
Well, happy to be alive. I'm teaching her to be grounded like that. But she wasn't feeling well,
Nice.
and she still isn't back to normal yet. So get well soon, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you know that I'll make sure that we do something fun. Well, we started and then we didn't get to finish our fun on the weekend. So at a later date.
To
but
be continued.
Exactly.
Mommy going to make it exciting.
And she love her Auntie Kishima,
Right?
Yeah.
Big her up, man. Remember every natural mystic back in the day?
Yes.
But, tonight, Amber, we have an exciting show planned. We have our entertainers coming in studio. We have Nation Boss. We have Anthony Malvo. And our music artist this week is Shayy Soprano.
All right.
Now, we also have some hot topics to get into. Did you know entertainer Secure?
No, but I used to see him on the internet. I've seen his picture. When I saw it come out, I was like, oh, damn, this is a young guy.
No, absolutely. And I give you a quick story. Like, normally when we buying our food from Simply the Best, we take the shortcuts and, we walk at the back of the property.
Yeah.
And I remember going around there and I heard this sweet sound just coming through the bushes, sounding absolutely nice. This voice like garnet silk. And that's how I was introduced to him. I'm like, you can really sing. He was our music artist on the EBUZZ. So it was just really sad learning that he passed away
so sad
on Sunday following a motorcycle accident. So condolences to his family and friends and his wife. She shared several messages via Facebook, and you can just tell that she's going through it. I can't even imagine.
To lose your husband so suddenly, for the mom to lose the son, for his friends to lose him. It's just so sad. I'm one of those people who's always talking to people on the air saying, listen, we need to cut down on the accidents. Jamaica lose too many people via accident, and it's just so sorry. I'm so sad to hear that this young artist had died, and he was on the Marcus Garvey show the other day
just
as well.
in August. Yeah, he was.
He was an up-and-coming artist who, boy, I tell you, so sad to know that we lost him.
He was also a chef, really jovial, light spirit, So
Wait,
again,
so he was a
condolences.
chef at Simply the Best?
In the early days, he was, yes. And I understood that he went on to, starting his own business and stuff while doing it. So,
oh my God.
while doing music as well, again. So, absolutely tough.
Yeah, to his family.
What are your thoughts on Chanel Muir? For persons who are just joining us and they probably don't know what happened, she says she's not leaving dancehall as per reports. So she's basically saying no, that she has always been a Christian. She went on IG Live, pretty much emotional in her live, and she also spoke about allegedly being robbed by her management. And, saying that she's putting the plug on dancehall and she will honor some secular events between, locally and internationally that she had.
All right. So I'm not fully up to speed with it. You kind of just brought me up to date, but I did see some of her live. I think she's going through a lot. She probably been holding it
She
for a
did
while.
say that.
And that is why, Kishima, you know me, I don't hold anything in. If I'm gonna tell you that I don't like your hair and it's affecting my sight, I'm gonna tell you that.
I don't business.
You understand? But not everybody is so outspoken like myself and maybe you. So some people, I think, and this is my opinion based on watching her video, that she was holding in a lot inside. It not good for we do that. You know, it better we free up and have, constructive discussions when we're going through stuff. And then if you experience stuff like how she feel, really grieve over what happened with our manager allegedly, then she wouldn't need to do things like take legal action. And frustration can really lead with to certain things. And that's why for me, I'm glad that she came out and said it's not like she's leaving the dance hall, but she has a leaning towards the Christianity,
Peace, right.
religion, and feeling at peace with herself. I think a lot of the headlines and the reports that came out were clickbait. I never saw in her video where she said that I am leaving dance hall.
She did when she started out. She said that she felt like she didn't feel contented in the dance hall space, and like she God is calling her.
Yeah, man, and she said that she
she wants to leave the space. She did say she started out that way, and it was very, very emotional. Like,
yeah, but I feel like when we're emotional, we do say something. So what I got from the video was that at some point she would like to leave the space, but it's not like she was saying she's leaving it right now.
Indefinitely.
So the headlines and so on came out after were all misleading to me, because if you go and watch the video, as you said, she's leaning towards that idea, but she never said I am going now. So she has something she needs to honor. First of all, I really hope she feels better soon, because the other day she had to cancel some shows because of how she was feeling.
Yeah.
Right. And not only exhaustion, as you can see now, this venting online shows us that stress takes a toll on the body. So I just want to encourage her to take care of herself, man. She's a beautiful soul.
No, absolutely she is. And I think in having the conversation now, we can't really discount that not everybody may have that person that they can vent to. That cushion, that person you can just offload on, that person to listen outside of the social space. Yeah. So while you and I go home and we can have that person, that confidant, that person we can talk to and release, because at some point we all have to. Her way of releasing the other day, as we saw, was through the social media platform, sharing that with millions of viewers and followers right across the platform.
Sometimes that gives people strength, because they're dealing with other human beings. That's the power of the internet. And then also you could see that her cup full and run over. So Anna, like, she would have normally just come tell you everything.
On a regular.
Right. But it reached a point now where she had beer too much, and some of it have to do with her business and her music. So she decided to come forward. I just really hope that she feels better soon. And for me, I wouldn't want to see her walk away yet, to be honest with you.
She's absolutely talented. But one of the things that she said is, her peace of mind. And anything that is costing your peace, it's too expensive.
And she's talking about the business side of things, because as you can see, she's doing well. She's creative with her lyrics. She's
Absolutely.
a very potent talent. And when you see her perform live, she sounds just like her record. And for me, that is one thing where, like, me just can't overlook. If you don't sound like a record, me not do that into you.
No, but I mean, if you don't sound like your record, then that in itself is problematic.
Yeah, but we have only artists who not sound like their record,
but
Kishima.
It's still problematic. You understand?
Yeah, but them still at when you go out, people still are scream for them, and you say, what them I say?
And
Like
it
me
reaches a
can't
point
hear your
now
lyrics.
where you don't even ever hear the lyrics because you have the fans just singing for them,
Right.
just their presence on stage.
But also there is a difference, honey, because even I can give you an example. Over the holidays, Monday, I went to Sharky's Seafood Festival. And when I was leaving, Popcorn was coming on the stage to join Jashi, right? And Popcorn entering the stage caused such an uproar. But once him touched the mic, you could hear every lyric clear, same way. So I say that to say this, Chanel Muir is such a promising talent that I honestly
she is.
wouldn't want to see her walk away now, especially because I have been saying it on air, that she's someone that we really need to look out for. She's a huge talent. You know,
and not only that too, she's very talented. She writes well, and she pushes the envelope, like you mentioned earlier, as it relates to her writing skills. And she's a great singer.
Yes,
the same live that we talked
and
about.
She can DJ
she
too.
Started her live singing a Glacier Robinson
because
song.
she can manage them songs.
And listen, she is weeping. She feeling emotional and she hitting the notes and she's singing. So we know that she's absolutely talented. So like you said, you know, we're really sending her some healing energies and we hope that she will, you know, recover and be in a better place soon.
And I want to say to her, listen, if it is that the business is so pressuring on you that you must leave, I would say leave. But if it is that you can resolve whatever situation you're going through and do your music and feel good and confident about yourself, please, honey, not left with it, because Jano Star, she is a great talent. And you can do music, not going straight gospel, but you can do music which is wholesome.
She can do uplifting
music.
Yeah,
Trust me, girl. Chanel, I hope you hear this, honey. You got it, baby. You don't really have to make a decision right now or do anything extreme, all right? All the strength. All right, let's take a check on the time.
Visit Mullings Electrical and Plumbing, Savalan Amar, for all your electrical, plumbing, lighting, and hardware needs. Licensed electrical contractors are available. Telephone 876-955-9209. The time by Mullings Electrical and Plumbing is
8:47. Yeah, man, me just not want she make no rush decision. You know, not that I would.
And it will come to her. It will come to her. Like she said, she's very spiritual. You know, now she'll have the time. And sometimes you really need to slow down and plug out of some stuff.
Yes.
Speaking about plugging out of some stuff, Spice says she'll be taking a break from social media again. And in an Instagram post, Spice shared that she will be staying off Instagram for a while. The entertainer said that she's tired of being used for clout and clickbait and refuses to respond to the noise being created to get her attention. Your thoughts, Amber? I see you over there. What you doing? Yawn.
Me a yawn. Me a yawn. Me a wait for see it.
Well, so far she has. So it's just a matter of her duration. She ended her post by saying Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, indicating, you know, not until 2023 she will be plugged back into the social space. But sometimes a social media break is necessary. You know,
but you know what? I
also
feel like the people who are involved in these frequent social media spots, you see, can't always just go away and act like it's only the people and whoever else besides them. I mean, you know, they contribute also to whatever comes forward to the public, and them know the weight will come with that. So I guess, as she said in her statement, quote, "I'm not as strong as I used to be. In fact, I'm weak and tired of being a target. Please pray for me while I pray for myself." I feel like between Spice and everybody else who brings stuff to us frequently on the internet, which is either controversial or brings some type of backlash, or as she said, them I use her for clickbait. Every person, it would have been just like Kanye West. Like, to me, you come forward with something, then you get the result of it based on what the space is saying or people in the space is saying. And it's not always going to go in your favor. But a break is good, like you said. If people feel like it's too much. Because I guess reading the comments and feeding back into it can affect people.
it will affect you.
Yeah, and especially if it's negative. So it's good that she's saying this. I'm hoping it lasts, because Spice has to understand that because of her stardom, even if she's not on social media, things can still, come out about her.
Things will happen and things can come out, like you say, but in plugging and truly pulling yourself away from the situation,
so she doesn't respond.
Can do wonders.
Right,
it absolutely can do wonders.
Because I see here that she's saying that she's really, not feeling so strong. So if this gonna help her to feel better, then do it.
Yes, strong up.
Yeah.
All right. So we have Meet the Future. That is happening on October 28th.
Do we? What are we meeting the future of? My future?
Well, we have Nicholas Evans.
Oh, I thought you became a fortune teller, darling. I didn't realize.
Call me now for your free reading.
When him come sit down here, so me never see him.
So you never see?
No. I never see Wagwan at all. Good night, Nicholas.
Hi,
good night,
Nick.
Amber. Good night, Kashima. I'm good.
No,
Welcome
we
to the
understand.
buzz.
Right? Meet the Future, we understand, is more than an event. Share with us what the ultimate purpose of Meet the Future is.
Well, as it suggests, Meet the Future. Of course, the future is everything that, when you look at what is happening now, IRFM will be launching our new app soon. And it's all about the future. It's about the way to go. It's not just a little run-of-the-mill app. When people see it, it should be in the App Store by Friday. When people see that, it's really geared towards the future. What will the future of radio look like? How will people listen to radio? People will be listening to radio. They are listening to radio right now on their smartphones and stuff like that. So we are, we want the world to know that we are ready. We are ready to meet the future, so to speak. And we were supposed to link up with some partners. It's all about futuristic things. From types of phone, how you use various payment services, all of that. So it's all about. It's a space where we are going to really display, the future. Where service is going, where listening to radio is going, and even where the music is going. We're talking about the younger DJs, the younger artists. We're talking about, really the future. So so you're talking about the likes in terms of disc jockey. You're talking about the Lollipop. You're talking about the Collagen, the Brian. Kiddy's Corner, ZJ Vibes. That's the son of Shane Clark. You're talking about the likes of Joshi, Chiching Ching, Chave. You're talking about artists who are really making an headline to say, we are looking towards being the future legends, so to speak. So this particular party is about highlighting what we intend to be the future legends, the future way we conduct business and all of that. And this will happen at the Coconut Grove Great House, right outside here, inside the Great House. It's like an after-work jam where people come in from 6, if you can, happy hour between 6 and 9. And after that, it's just hardcore stuff. I must say, we know about the band and all of that. So, this party will not be a radio party in terms of live on radio. So, some of the songs that, the generation, the Gen Z, and whatever generation comes after that, they listen to, that's what, you can come and hear. We are meeting them in their space, or we are asking them to meet us in our space. But it's really about the future generation. Is the IRFM app free? Will it be free? Definitely so. For people who know IRI app over the years, I know that you pay a monthly subscription. That won't be so with this app. There will be things on it that you will actually pay for. For example, if you, Kishima, do a nice mix and, John Public want to hear it, then they'll have to pay a small fee, to download it and all of that. But in terms of listening to Amber Live and the Easy Skanking and all of that, totally free, wherever you are in the world.
Sounds good. Yeah. And I think people have been looking forward to this,
Definitely. I mean, we went to New York and we went to, people love, I don't think some of you know how much people love Irie out there. Trust me, people love Irie. They want to be a part of us. We would have seen glimpses of it in Mandeville. Oh God, man. Courtney Mack said the amount of money he signed. If you didn't push each one in their pocket, you wouldn't get paid this month. It was awesome being in Mandeville. And it was awesome being in New York. And just being around people, really, they love Irie. And we recognize that very few homes you can go in nowadays and find a piece of equipment named radio. I certainly listen to radio through the cable channel. So we are now getting ready to let people have a chance free to your radio. Oh, they listen.
Because everyone has a device.
Everyone has a device. So we're meeting them in that space. You can now listen to Irie free on whatever device, whether Apple or Android. Free.
Well,
and wherever you are in the world.
It's going to be a celebration.
Right? And I hear that for persons who already download the IRFM app.
If you have a week. Yeah, you just have a week to do that. Yeah.
Right. They can enter the party and pay half price. How
not really half price. Just 2/3 the price. So it's the admission is 1,500, 1,000 if you have Irie app on your device. Of course, we recognize that persons who are in tertiary school, tertiary institutions, they might have a little challenge paying school fee and all of that. So we're not rush them to just $1,000. We're not saying $1,500. So if you have your college or university ID, $1,000. Of course, VIP is $5,000, food and drink inclusive, mixed drink that is. So we have something for everybody. And trust me, we know persons are accustomed to us putting on various events, but I think this is the first time they'll see us, the public, because we have put on private events. We are invited guests only, where people see how we can, put on a party. But this one, the public, once you're willing to pay, will be able to see a Irie party. And trust me, right now we're in preparation mode. And you're going to see something. It's going to be something that you'd want to say, I was there.
All right. So besides the personalities who are on it, what about the other personalities, the on-air people? What else you have behind the scenes going on? You're going to have people trying the app. You have your sponsors in-house. What going to happen?
Yeah, man. And of course, we're having live broadcasts as well. So persons on air, persons will get a chance to hear what's happening in the crowd. The social media team will be showing videos live. They'll be doing everything to show what's happening in the party. And of course, the entire Irie family will be out interacting, because even though it's something that it's like, in terms of who is playing and all of that, it's a young people affair. I know of a fact. I go out there often, and I know of a fact that all Irie announcers are well celebrated. Even some who have left us 10 years ago are still being. It's like them are gone. People still. It doesn't matter where they are.
Identified with the station.
People identify them with the station.
That's why I'm thinking this should be like a meet and greet. Same way with the people, who are.
No man, it will be, and it will be, and I must say, I didn't want to preempt it, but I must say, this is the first of a series, and the other series, the other one will cater to the. We notice nowadays we can't do nothing as big people, and the young people not take it over same way. But this one is the next one will be for us who are like skankers of the 90s and early 2000s.
But them
and all
love
of that.
It too. The young people them love that.
Them have to love it. But the music now make
any 90s party you have,
you talk about the Frisco Kid and the Beanie Man and the
them love it too. Just
Bounty Killer. Yeah. A solid music those. But right now we want, despite all that is happening around the current music, we want persons to know that, look man, we might not agree with everything you say, but we admire your work and we love your work.
There's a lot of good new music out there.
And we support your work, and we want you to come out Friday the 28th and feel all different aspects of the work. Some you may like, some you may not like, but we're celebrating the future. Friday the 28th inside the Great House. It's gonna be a party.
And we have Anthony on social media asking me late. What are they saying? Irie up free now?
Yes.
Free.
Yes.
Finally.
Yes, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, free up.
Wherever you are in the world, you can now walk around with Irie, and trust me, I know it will be well received.
It's gonna be on Android and
Apple.
Apple Store. Oh, all right, nice. That sounds good, man. We're out there without fear.
As a matter of fact, I don't know if Garfield will object, but that's the IT manager. Apple, Android has already hugged us in their midst. It's just, well, we would have finished probably today working out a little thing with Apple. So that's why we're not actually up and running already.
All right.
Because
so
we didn't want
Friday
to release. We didn't want to release the Android version
before
we want to release both
together.
of them.
Yeah, for the iPhone users, they'd be mad at you.
No, man, we're not leaving out the iPhone at all.
But Nick, thank you so much. I know we'll be hearing from you again because we're talking about October 28th.
Yes.
So all roads lead to Coconut Grove, Irie FM.
All roads, and trust me, you don't want to miss this one. I mean, the artists, them vibes up, the DJs vibes up, and as we said, I mean, even though Amber might not be playing, Amber will be there showing you how to download the app and all of that. I'm showing you a beautiful picture on it because every announcer will have the picture on it and all of that. You want to be there. You want to meet and greet with your favorite star from Irie, whether they're young or aged like me.
All right.
Here
Well,
you are.
thank you so much for sharing this
Yes,
with
good
the listeners,
news.
Nick. And as Kishima said, we'll be hearing more leading up to the date.
Definitely.
All right. So there you
All
have it.
right.
Our
Thank you
sales
so much,
manager
Nick.
sharing about the launch of the
Yes.
RFM app coming up on the 28th. Ow.
Meet the future.
All right.
And Jashi, Ching Ching, Chave will be there, and you hear the jocks that will be playing as well.
All right. And of course, with Irie, you never know which new hot star I got in the lineup, Remember me tell you.
Look here.
All right. Let's take a check on the time.
The time on Irie FM is
A minute after 9. It's time for a music artist. Kashima, you wanna bring our
Yes, so
artist
of
in?
course, every week we provide a platform for upcoming talent, and this week our music artist is Shayy Soprano. Shayy, welcome. Good night.
Good night.
We're seeing you. Are you hearing us?
I can hear you guys. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes,
good
we
night.
can. Welcome, Shayy Soprano.
What's up? Can you see me?
Yes. We're
Yes, we
seeing her.
totally
She's
can
joining
see
us
you.
via Zoom.
Zoom, yes.
Yeah, and she's
No.
all ready.
Okay, let's just start with who is Shayy Soprano. Give us a little introduction to who you are.
Alright, so Shayy Soprano is a 21-year-old dancehall artist based in New York. I have my associate's degree in theater. Right now I'm going for my bachelor's in music and business administration. I'm a CNA as well. And yeah, pretty much.
Wow, sounds busy. You sound like
I
you're very
know.
interested in education and music because you're studying music.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good.
So, share with us how you fell in love with dancehall, though, because you say you live in Brooklyn. I know your parents are Jamaican from your bio.
Yeah.
How did you fell in love with dancehall? How did that happen?
Well, growing up in Brooklyn, everybody's into, hip hop, rap, R&B, soul, and both of my parents are Jamaican. So they come from Jamaica. So growing up in a household where my background, my heritage is Jamaican, and then I'm with people that are Americanized, that type of music never fit me. The dancehall, the reggae, I was more drawn to that. You see me? So I don't know. That was just more of the music I listened to. So I was like, yo, I have to do dancehall. I can't do nothing else. Any other type of music didn't make sense to me.
Wow. All right. That means you're strongly influenced by the music you heard growing up. All right. So
Yeah.
tell me how that has affected your style now. What kind of music are you bringing to us?
Well, mine's is more of like it's like dancehall, but it's a little bit of hip hop. So it's, you're gonna hear a mixture between the two. Like you're gonna hear it. Like when you hear it, you're gonna be like, I see where she's coming from.
Now, I know you're currently promoting Stay in a This. That
Yeah.
was produced by Ralston Barrett. How
Mhm.
did you hook up with Rallo for this track and describe Stay in a This? What type of song is it? Is it 100% dancehall or still a fusion of dancehall and hip hop?
It's 100% dancehall from the time it said we don't play no this, but girl I go see no this, yeah. You understand? So how I meet up with Rallo? My stepfather introduced me to him. So he's my publicist and he liked my sound very much from the time that he heard my first song, Temptation. So he liked the song and he was just like, yo, man, I already for you. You think you're bad? Okay. Man, I already for you. I'm want you go on the rhythm, I'm want you mash it up, so mash it up for him. And in July, I went on a promo tour in Jamaica. I was on CVM TV. I was with Ron Michette. I went on Sun City. I did an interview with Sun City. And
And television tour.
yeah, so it was very different, cause like I said, I'm from Brooklyn, so me going to another country to promote my music and trying to get the respect from, well, not trying, I am gonna get the respect from my Jamaican people, Yeah, get the respect from them. That's what I needed. So
Well, every artist want that, you know. It's funny, Kishima, because she's explaining that, you know, she grew up mostly with the Americanized side of life, but in her household she had the Jamaican influence, and it's so strong that she's saying the thing that just about every Jamaican artist say. No matter which country them want the respect in a Jamaica, in a the dance hall. The song must have play up on the radio in a Jamaica. When you go away, the you want to hear the song. So you know, look at her.
right.
What was that experience like when you were in Jamaica back in July? Did you feel that you connected with the people, like persons who got an opportunity to hear your sound and a little taste of who you are musically?
Yes, most definitely. I actually vlogged the whole thing. It's on YouTube. You can find me on YouTube. The same way you spell my name, Shayy Soprano, SHAYYSOPRANO. Everybody just loved me. My energy, my aura, just captivated everyone. Who was it? I think on CVM, I was with ISAT. And the man get up and sit down right next to me and put his head on my shoulder and tell me to sing for him. Like that's never been done on TV, you know? So the fact that he can feel so comfortable and like how things were going, you know, good responses.
All right, great for you. All right.
Who are some of your go ahead, Amber.
No, I was gonna say, you know, it sounds like, because what she's expressing to us is that her energy or her aura was accepted. And you know, for you to have that going for you on the first trip to promote yourself in Jamaica, it's really a good sign. Because Jamaican people them will tell us still if them don't like you.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I know that.
For sure.
Right.
Who are some of the entertainers who inspire you?
Well, in my age group, because you know I'm 21. In my age group, I really like Shensia, just for her, like her transition, her being a mom and able to do music. I'm not a mom. I just don't want kids right now. But just seeing that her transition from, you know, working so hard and then being an artist and then believing in herself and then coming over here and doing her thing. I really like that. For many years, I've liked Conscience. I just love his sound. It's so unique. Like, you know how some of these artists nowadays sound like everybody else? Him have him own sound. Sean Paul, own sound. Spice, I love Spice based on her work ethic, the way she perform. Like, I feel like nobody can perform like she. When she go on stage, you get your money's worth. And that's what I want to bring to the table for people to come when them see me, them get their money's worth.
Do you have any shows lined up?
Right now I'm looking. Well, not looking. I don't want to talk yet, but we gonna see. But for right now, I do have in next month in November. We're gonna see if I get on that show. If I get on the show, you guys will know.
All right, something in the pipeline.
But,
so no one let it go yet. No problem.
Yeah, but I'm going to Miami in November. I'm doing a We Built Different conference where I go to the House of Hits, and you know, I make a song, record a song, do my interviews and stuff like that, and that's getting documented. I think it's gonna go on Amazon Prime and Apple TV and stuff like that. So, you know, that's very big for me as well.
Nice. Congratulations and all the best with what you have coming up.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Do you have a management team right now, or and you know, who is taking care of business for you?
Right now it's, well, I'm really handling everything. Rollo is really like my forefront man. Ralston Barrett, and I'm also dealing with radio pushers who are based in Miami, and it goes from Miami all the way to Los Angeles. So Jamaica, Miami, LA, New York. Those 4 points I'm hitting right now.
You want to hear our song, Amber?
Yeah, sure, of course.
She seems
yeah, like Amber here.
She ready. I like her.
No, yeah, energy. Absolutely. Yeah. You know what, Shayy, we're not even going to introduce the song in here. You're going to do it yourself. So all right. Introduce the song you're promoting, and DJ Lollipop will press play.
Okay.
So vibe
make sure on the band song, on the play it regularly. Saying this, yo, DJ Lollipop, play it now.
Them see me set for the spotlight. Them see me things set right. We don't play na this, but gal I go see na this, yeah. Ralston, Symphony Records, Shayy Soprano, I go see na this. They never could have take me out in a this. No for them who don't want to see me stumble, but me rise up and do it like this, yeah. But gal I go see na this. Me never show my hat in a ring. Me and my lyrics, I'm a fashion, I'm a style. I what do them gal? Hat in a ring, yeah. The way my photogenic, every day is a photo shoot. I'm on the pan, my gram for know what's the scoop. Man, I run down the young, fresh and green fruit. No man, no one run down, no water boot. Me come for make music, money, I'm merry. Me can't stop them on the way I love off me cherry. Nobody, no one the raspberry. Them want it, good up strawberry. Shayy Soprano, I go see na this. Them never could have take me out in a this. No for them who don't want to see me stumble, but me rise up and do it like this, yeah. But girl, I go see na this. Me not just throw my hat in a ring. Me and my lyrics, I'm a fashion, I'm a style. I what do them gal? Hat in a ring, yeah. Me come for pre the crown, like Addy the king. This a Michael Jackson, Bob Marley thing. Them used to call me out, but now them call me in. Now I feel about a next girl thing. Come me with past some trial and tribulation. Yeah, me know send me a the ish. Every song is a hit. Anybody want stop me must have a death wish. Shayy Soprano, I go say na this. Them never could have take me out in a this. No for this.
Alright.
Yeah.
She brought up the rhythm.
Shayy Soprano.
Pop.
Persons who just listened and they want to connect with you, what are your social media handles? And if there is a promoter out there that wants to link up with you, how can they get in touch?
Yeah, just follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Yeah, at Shayy Soprano, SHAYYSOPRANO. You can Google me. You can find all my social medias. You can stay up to date with podcasts that I put out, current newsletters that I put out. I just got put out on Apple News today. So make sure you tune into that. Yeah.
All right. Well,
yeah. Bad girl.
All right, Shayy Soprano. Thank you so much for joining us and keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you guys for having me. Much love, much love.
Our pleasure. All the best with your career.
Thank
and
you, love.
Keep that energy, all right?
Keep the energy.
Yes, bad girl.
All right, taking care now. All right, it's time for At the Movies, Kashima, with Maisha Brody.
Lights, camera, action. Hey movie lovers, welcome to At the Movies. I'm Maisha Brody. An Emmy and a national award. 2022 is definitely American-Jamaican actress Shayy Lee Ralph's winning year. Ralph, who is one of Jamaica's cultural ambassadors, received the Honorary Order of Jamaica for her sterling contribution to the international film industry at the National Awards ceremony on Monday. Here's a snippet of the award ceremony.
Miss Shayy Lee Ralph, for sterling contribution as an actress, cultural ambassador for Jamaica, and contribution to the international film industry.
Shayy Lee Ralph was born in the United States to Stanley Ralph and Jamaican mother Ivy Ralph, and she is a great cultural ambassador, an acclaimed show business professional with an impressive body of work in film, television, and the Broadway stage. She won this year the Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series at the 74th Primetime Emmy Awards for her starring role as Barbara Howard on the ABC sitcom Abbott Elementary. She became the first black woman to win that award in 35 years.
And tributes continue to pour out for the Abbott Elementary actress. Among those paying tributes is Prime Minister Andrew Holness, who congratulated the star in a post on his Twitter page yesterday. And finally, Netflix has stopped losing customers after struggling to hold onto them in the face of competition and pressures from the rising cost of living. According to the BBC, the streaming giant said it added 2.4 million households to its subscriber base over the July to September period. That reversed the losses it suffered in the first half of the year after raising its prices in key markets. Hits such as Stranger Things and Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story, helped draw viewers back to the site. The company said it expected to continue to add subscribers in coming months. And here are 5 movies or series to watch this week. Luckiest Girl Alive, Reasonable Doubt, Hocus Pocus 2, She-Hulk, and House of the Dragon. That's a wrap. Join us next week for more exciting movie news. For At the Movies, I'm Maisha Brody.
All right. Yeah. And I was happy to see. Thank you, Maisha. I was happy to see Shayy Lee getting her flowers, you know?
No, absolutely.
And can you imagine, you know, Kishima, it's probably a hard thing to accept, but we have to look at film and music and everything and understand that there's such an unbalance. Hold on, let's check the time before we continue.
Reggae radio station, rocking to the nation. The time on IRIFM is
18 minutes after 9. Yes, Shima. So as I was saying, and to our listeners, if you're just joining, good night. There's such an unbalance. How can the Emmys have been going on for 35 years and it's the first time a black woman win in that role? And as you know, for every main role, whether for actor or actress, there's a supporting actor or actress. So, I just find it amazing when the announcement was made that in 35 years is the first time a black woman winning that. And we have seen multiple supporting actress roles which are taken up by black women who do great jobs in these sitcoms and these TV series. I just think it's so unbalanced.
Look, and that is why sometimes if you follow it up and kind of track it, you realize that black women and black men, especially black women, there is this big thing like across Hollywood where even some of the award shows, there is this big boycott because they don't feel like the playing field is leveled.
Yeah.
And for
and
them,
music too.
And music as
because
well.
India Ari just took her music off Spotify, and she and others are going through this whole thing where there is some type of thing against black women in entertainment and black men too.
I think even with India Irie, she had a personal running with an affiliate who made like some racist comments to her. So, but then not everybody is ready for this type of fight, Amber.
That's why I said it's hard for us to accept, but it's true. It goes the same for the Oscars. It goes the same for the Grammys. It goes the same for all of these entertainment award shows and bodies who are supposed to award people for their work.
Talent.
You know what I mean? So yeah, big up to Shirley Ralph. I hope more awards happen before 35 years.
It is no easy feat what she accomplished.
Yeah, I'm proud of her. I love her. She's one of my favorites.
No, she is.
Yeah.
I mean, she's infectious on and off screen.
Yeah, absolutely. A beautiful personality. You can tell she's
absolutely.
So real. All right, so it's time for us to move the show right along. And in studio with us right now, we have a veteran reggae singer. And you know what I love? I love to meet up people like our guests, because Irie is the station that reminds people that, look, we have these people doing this thing for 30 years, 40 years, sometime all 50 years. When I think about people like Marcia Griffiths, not you and Barris and them people. So it's our pleasure to have Anthony Malvo in the building tonight. Good night. Good night, Malvo. Welcome back. I have to say back because you've been here many times.
It is absolutely true.
It's a blessing.
Great to have you.
Yeah, man, it's a blessing.
All right, so how you doing?
Well, I'm blessed.
Nice.
We see that.
Yes.
You know, I had the pleasure of seeing you at Legends in concert recently in Atlanta on stage performing and doing your thing. But do you think it is effective, like when promoters kind of fuse genre? The event also featured, Michael Bolton, Marcia Griffiths, yourself, and others. Do you think it's effective when they fuse genres like that?
Yeah, it's effective because Michael Bolton fans don't know nothing about reggae music, so they get to know us. They get to know Anthony Malvo, know some of the Marcia Griffiths, so it's a good vibe. It's a good vibe. I love that. It was a great show too.
Absolutely, it was.
Yeah, it was a great show. Yeah, I had a good time.
Nice.
Yes.
I agree, because when you think about the fan base of somebody like Michael Bolton, it's a whole different set of people.
Right.
And then also, you probably have some Jamaicans and reggae people who were never into Michael Bolton, but now seeing him live on a show with you guys, so it is like a cross-reference kind of thing,
for real,
which can only benefit the artist.
The artist, right.
And the music as well, and the culture, because, you may have somebody leaving that event thinking, wow, but reggae is awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to start listening to Anthony Malvo.
Definitely.
Right? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, Matured is the title of your album that you're promoting.
Yes, my new album.
What's the whole idea behind the title? Is there a story there?
Well, yeah, because I'm in the business for over 40 years. You know what I mean? It's only fear to call it mature, because I'm matured in the business right now. I know a lot of things.
Yes.
I've been there, you know what I mean, so long, I've been through a lot of things. I've seen it, I've done it. So yeah, Matured, that'd be a great album. And it's a nice vibe, it's a nice album, it's a great album for mature and young people, who love good music.
Clean, good music, authentic reggae music. I've had the opportunity to listen to most of the album by now.
Yeah.
Really nice work.
Yeah, thanks.
How would you describe it though, Malvo? For somebody who is listening now and them hear Anthony Malvo say Matured, the album is out now, it's for everybody.
You would have said no. It's an album where if you come in from your work and you feel a vibe, you can put it in and just relax. If you're going to the country and driving for distant, is that something? Is that an album you can just put in and leave it and just play nice? Because all of the tracks are, it's a nice tracks, nice tracks. You know, just keep your vibes up. It's a mellow mood. You know, it's a mellow mood. You know what I mean? Yeah. If you just easy, you just want to chill, you just leave it. And because I made it, I tried to make it. I said, well, I always listen Bob Marley. I said, when I'm listening Bob Marley album, I never move it. I just leave it and play.
And listen straight.
Yes.
Skip no track.
That's what I want my album to be, like that type of album. You just leave it, and every song that's nice. You just, you know. So I think it's that type of album still. So I try my best, and I think it can have a vibe. Because everybody who listen it, I say, yo, it's very nice, you know. And this album was made from scratch. This is my first album that I made from scratch, you know.
Meaning you worked on the production of it?
and it's everything live. I mean, I used to do compilation, like get a song from the one.
Different producers.
Yeah, no,
okay.
It was made. Yeah.
Most
of it, you know. It's
all
a
right.
nice
Is
album.
it on your label or are you signed to a label?
No, it's on my label. We
nice.
One of my friends, we come together. He has his name is a Young Boy Production and Malvo's Entertainment. So we just come together, you know, through COVID. We just sit down and we'll vibe. And
okay, so you did the album during COVID.
Yes, COVID.
All
we
right.
did the album. So yeah, that was a vibe.
Are any other songs inspired by that period of time?
Not really, because you know the whole vibe. COVID was just a different vibe for me still, because you never really.
You never into it.
Yeah, I never do nothing to me still. I mean, all COVID do is make me make money. You know?
Wow. You see how this thing go, Kishima? You see it?
You know, COVID, I had a good time in COVID.
I
know listening to the news, it was depressing, but for me, it's a different vibe. So, you know.
And actually, Malvo is not saying anything unusual because we know that many companies boomed during COVID.
Yeah, a lot of people,
many companies were formed. A lot of entrepreneurs were birthed.
Right. A lot of people bust on the internet and the social media during COVID, and there were different ways of bringing forth your talent. People didn't make money off of even just them picture.
It was a blessing and a curse.
Exactly.
Yes. And not only that, too, on the next side, it allowed a lot of persons to do some introspection.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
and become inspired. That's why I ask him if any of the song them come out of that. Because in that time, I believe a lot of artists write some good song.
Yeah, some good song coming up. A song called
they didn't have anywhere to jet off to.
Yeah, no, you just sit in
and
one place.
Stay home and
we just have a vibe and just make the album and we just have a good time with making it. So it was a fun time, you know. It was
nice.
Something to do.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. So it's out now. The album is available.
Available on all digital platforms. It's ready and everybody can get it right now. I'm trying to get CDs because you know some of my old school people are saying
want the CD.
Want the CD, you know, because we can't bother to go up online and think. So okay, so CD is gonna come.
Yeah,
too.
I wanted to ask this, Kishima. Malvo being an artist who was in the spotlight in the 90s. And you say you've been doing this pretty much 40 years, so from before the 90s.
Yeah, before the 90s.
You have experienced that whole transition from record to CD to flash drive.
Vinyl.
Cassette.
From cassette. Cassette, vinyl, CD, flash drive, device.
Yeah.
Because now to download is you just need your device. What's that been like for you?
Well, you know, for me always move with the time, you know.
Okay.
I always move, so it never have a problem for it, you know. I'm a social media guru now. I mean,
watch ya!
I'm on it now because I'm always on social media now. So
wow!
I make sure so I have to learn the social media because that's a new thing, you know. Yeah. So I'm always on it. So I'm having fun, man. It's a vibe.
I love that. I love the vibe.
I'm happy that you went there because the question I was going to ask you, it has to do with your physical presence, like even just your look, and that is a part of evolving and keeping yourself with the times.
Image play a great part. In
exactly,
music, you know?
image is everything.
You know, the younger people.
You don't want to stand up and show them. You're fitting with the young people. Them stand up and show them. I want to. I'm all for this, you know. Watch ya.
Young, fresh, and green.
Yeah.
Is it and not only that too, not only just with your appearance and your look, but do you find is it challenging to to readjust and reinvent yourself and move with the times musically, and also, like you mentioned, tweaking your image to be a part of the now generation?
No, because I'm always moving with the time. I'm always, so it wasn't
Social
a problem.
media grew.
Yeah, me always I take nice. I move with the time,
And learn what go on.
Yeah,
you don't get left behind.
No, come here as a youth, I always carry myself a certain way. So from every time I change with it same way. So
Yeah.
I'm change with it nice, not distasteful. So it's always nice. You still look fresh, but I look like some youth where my pants drop down on my knee. And no, but it just nice, and so it's just clean. And from long time I saw we do it from long. Who know me? So know Malvo from long time.
If I try to tell her Kishima say a long time him hot.
Yeah. You know what I mean? A long time we hot. And people know that
and him still hot.
And you see it, you're getting better because when people see me now, they must say,
fine wine.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Just like that. That is it.
Yeah, you're there.
That is it. You have a new time. That is it.
Right in there with the youth, them and that we say.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if you saw this story came out, Amber and Malvo, but Afrobeats have been added to the American Music Awards.
I saw it.
Which, under the category favorite Afrobeat artist. Looking at it in the broader sense, we understand, we know Africa is a continent and they have a greater reach, and Jamaica is just an island, you know?
Yeah.
In terms of the masses. But do you think that this is like, it reflects poorly on reggae and dancehall, like this kind of accomplishment for the Afrobeat genre?
Well, I think so, because before that, reggae music was always leading. And because of the poor music we're making right now, I mean, not bash nobody, love the youth, them, but the beats, to me, is garbage. I mean, to me, it might sound like we are enjoy ourselves. It sounds good still, but internationally, it's not good for us because we're losing the formula. It's not dance, it's not reggae or dancehall no more. You know what I'm saying? It's more like hip hop and R&B. So we are losing our music. So it's like we don't know where they know. We just all over the place and we are trying to find ourselves. The people them. So that's why we have to come as the older artists, have stay night and strive to keep on making good music same way. Because that draw away everything from us. Because Afrobeat just come in. Afrobeat come from them take a little piece of dancehall. If you notice, remember Afrobeat used to be like mentor,
Yeah.
Remember? Now it have a different sweetness with it.
And it's more up-tempo now.
More up-tempo now. So you see what I'm doing?
You know what I say? A fresh
Actually, even some of the slangs and the wording are straight dancehall.
Straight dancehall.
But the thing, Kishima, is that we have to really accept something as what you said. Africa is a continent. Jamaica is a small island. The amount of people doing and buying Afrobeat surpass reggae and dancehall by far.
Right.
So these institutions have to acknowledge Afrobeat in the way that they are.
For real.
I don't really see it as anything to take away from dancehall or reggae, because the truth is Africa is still heavily influenced by reggae and dancehall. Even as me say, if you listen, if you know the one where go puff puff pass, that almost that whole song is like a dancehall song.
Yeah, most
Pretty girl come wine bunny.
Every last one of them, you can hear the dancehall strings and undertones.
So that's gonna benefit us and is benefiting us in many ways. For example, our artists are now touring in Africa more than ever before.
Right.
More Africans are listening to dancehall than before. And, when we see that go out now and people are drawing to it more than dancehall, is where I have to agree with Malvo in saying that the beats are not so authentic again.
Right.
And so the international market is finding it difficult to accept a lot. And then some of the lyrics will go along with it. The people them just not into that. Them not want to hear about it.
No.
Right? So the artists and the creators have to understand that you're not only catering to your set of people who you sing this one song for or this two song for. You as an artist now have to think about your career as a whole.
Right.
And not only so individualistic too, like just to think about your career as a whole, but when you look at a Wizkid, when you look at a Burna Boy and you look at a Davido, these are three heavy names coming out of the continent and doing Afrobeats, and you can see them together in a unified way.
Right.
You don't really hear
In the
about no warring
international
of one
space.
with them.
Right,
You will hear about little riffs, but then you see them together, and that in itself kind of squashes certain things.
Because they're all on
in
one
pockets-
mission.
In pockets across the world, you have reggae and dancehall entertainers that are doing awesome things, but then as a collective, as a unit,
I was
you know what
saying, I was saying
there is
this.
a lot we can do together.
There's
I
a lot.
believe.
There's a lot missing, because I'll share this with you. I hope my brethren don't feel no way when I say this. But Kurt Riley, who may have whole heap of love and respect for, as a selector, as somebody in the music so long, we were reasoning, and him say something to me which me really take serious. Him say, you say, because them artists here are not fans of each other.
Right.
You not have that little unison there where you say, where you see in the Afrobeat world. If Malvo is a fan of Beres and Beres is a fan of Dennis and it go around like that, you're not gonna really have no only problem. No. You have to find some things that go flow nice and them are gonna support each other.
Yeah, that's
so
real.
I endorse that argument 100%. We need to have that again. I think they said that Gregory used to sing harmony with Dennis and vice versa. I just saw it used to go.
It's just pure awesomeness, and that's something that we need to.
But even back in the 80s when we used to do song, I mean, back in the 80s, we used to do a lot of combination, and all of us used to be
support
in the studio
each other.
and we support. When we go party, when we go dance, we are the first one to cheer for brethren them.
Exactly.
But you know what is happening now? Somebody will go through the gates or go through a door and get an opportunity, and instead of leaving the door open or catchy door,
them gone, them no business, them good slam it too.
Level of selfish, exactly, and it's this level of selfishness that is making it seem like we're not making the moves internationally. We're
to
not
become
doing
as
things
big as our culture is and our music is.
You understand? Because it is spread out, it's separated, little sprinkles here and there, as opposed to a united force.
No,
very, very divided.
If I even try to reach out to some of the younger artists and you say, yo, we want to do a song, they don't want to do it. You know what I mean? I say, well, what is that? You know, some of them still. But I'm just saying the unity is not there, and it make the music business is not good for.
It's not even there among them. Much more you who is of a different era.
Right.
You know, it's like some of them don't even respect the fact that you guys laid the foundation, so them could have something to come be a part of.
Right.
You know, so it's just one big up Kurt Riley for the argument there. Me I spread it from when me come back at work Tuesday. Kurt, big up yourself. It was nice seeing you. The artists them need to be fans of each other. Love each other music and say, you know, so that song bad, I'm gonna post it on my social media. Big up yourself this one, big up yourself that one, and just make the love flow.
Yeah,
Look here, with all the choppings, them just chop out the love. Chop love.
Speaking of chopping, this is a whole new set of music now, Malvo. Will never exist one time. And I saw Wayne Marshall, who is, I would say Wayne Marshall is like a in-between era artist, because him not from the 80s, but him not from now. Wayne Marshall put out on his social media a chopping song when I have nothing to do with choppings.
I told him to send
big
it
up
to
yourself,
me.
Marshall. Me tell him to me say this can't play on radio, you know.
I think I hear it, you know.
Me message him and tell him say if he send me the chopping song, I can't play on radio. Him say, what did you think me did a chop? It only the seasoning in the kitchen. So, Malvo, I said that to say this. You said earlier about the beats which aren't so authentic.
Right.
But what do you think now about things like the choppings and things? Because guess what happened now? It going out into the world, and you're a man who been out into the world. Do you think it is accepted out in the world as it is in Jamaica?
Oh, well, some part it accepted. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's not accepted because we see Skillibeng, go away in abroad. I think we're in England one time and
a brick pan brick bust him.
See me do some things. But I'm saying it's like it now. When it comes to international, we are lose it because I mean the international people used to the original dancehall. Because when you go to places and hear the original dancehall play internationally, you get a bigger vibe than the even chopping. Because the chopping sometimes them don't even know what they're saying. Me can't hear them. Me can't know them say sometimes. Because me come from Jamaica, I say, I want it. I go on party one time, I start bite my fingernail, come here. I want to go on, I get bored,
You're bored. No, Malvo, you go hard pandemic. You never have to go so hard.
No, for real, because I don't know what they must say, I start.
The man say his fingernail in a dance
about. My daughter, I said, Tiff, I want to go on, Tiff. What is happening? She said, Daddy, I saw it.
Tiff, a young girl, I know Tiff.
Yeah, Tiff, a young girl.
But you know what I found? You have a sound in the US and in England, and it is called drill. Yeah. Now, with some of the new dancehall, it is infused with this drill sound.
That's why Skillibeng attract.
Right. So when they hear the Skillibeng wop wop and they hear some stuff from Skeng and Tommy Lee, it resonates with them because of the familiarity with this drill infused with dancehall to create this similarity, like them used to the sound. So that is why they gravitate towards it. So that is what they're tapping into. So it's not necessary. And then when you think about drill, it is not music that is heavily fueled with lyrics.
Right. It's more just, beats.
It's more beats, so you toss a few words here and there. Wop, 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 wop.
Yeah, but you know what? I think there is, as what Malvo said, pockets of audiences that will draw to it, but I don't think it is universal.
I don't think so now.
That people are really into it like that.
No, we can't say it's universal because when you listen to the radio, yes, you're hearing a lot more Afrobeats than dancehall, but when you do hear the dancehall come on, you hear the Egyptian hold you. You hear the
exactly.
Right. Okay.
This is what Malvo was saying.
Paul. Right. Them people
you're still hearing those persons. You will hear a Shensia with the rap influence because you tap into that. Right. I'm not remembering the name of the song right now, but you do hear that on the radio, but as it relates to like the authentic dancehall sounds,
that's what still run the place.
That's what's still happening.
That's what they want still.
Yeah.
I mean, and we can't afford to lose that because when we get into the chopping thing and then it infused with the other thing, they must start to want it for themselves and say it's their things. So we not getting to go off again because we lose everything, and the people them start go off of that type of thing. So it's their thing that we are followers now. We're not leaders again. We are followers now. You know what I'm saying?
But what do you say to persons who may be listening now and thinking that evolution is inevitable, and they will say to you, like when you look at the 80s, it was a steady progression and transition into evolving into the 90s and evolving into the 2000s, and you see where the sound and things change gradually. Is that what you're experiencing now, or this is something completely different?
It's a different thing. Because you're up now. The 80s, the 70s, coming in the 80s, rock steady, ska, then you get reggae, and you get when you come to the 90s, you have a little thing. But everything just flow nice. You like your sweet something, you just drop so it just drop now also. You know what I mean? I feel like we drop now whole. Come to the party and I tell you say, I start yarn by my fingernail. I call it selfie music, because everybody in the party, I saw them still.
Selfie music.
Nobody now dance again.
Oh my God, you should coin that term. Oh my God.
Nobody now dance again. I went to a party one time and it was playing 90s. Everybody was scared. Because listen to this now. Now when you put in like a punani rhythm and or some of them nice pepper seed rhythm, you can play it without the artist on it. And people just mush the place. But you put on one of them rhythm there by itself, just dump it. Yo, me tell you, go start out sleep, you start move, you start you have to just take your phone and start push up your mouth and you know what I mean, and selfie, because there's nothing more to do. When you're sitting on that party, everybody has a selfie. Nobody now dance again.
Hold on.
I mean? Yeah.
All right, so Malvo is taking it there, but we're gonna take a quick check on the time, and we're gonna go to an interview. Let's check the time.
Reggae radio station, rocking to the nation. The time on IRIE-FM is?
It's 9:43. All right, so Kishima, we are going to hear about brunching on the beach. This hot party is coming up on the weekend. And yeah, man, here in the Buzz, we let you know what's happening.
Malvo will not have to bite his nails in this session.
We're gonna get back to it, right? But before that, let's hear about Brunching on the Beach. It's coming up on Sunday, October 23, courtesy of Rumbar. And yeah, we have our guest on the phone line to tell us all about it. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi.
Good
Is
night.
this Rohan Searchwell?
Rohan.
Good night.
Rohan, you're chipping out a bit.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of, to be honest, I'm in the middle of police searching here, so be with me, please.
Police are searching you. All right, tell them to hold on 1 minute. Make you tell me about the party. Officer, give him a chance there.
We're begging you.
All right, so tell us about the party.
Okay, it's called Brunching on the Beach, happening this Sunday at D Shore Paddy Beach, Port Mary, St. Mary.
All right, and what do you have as attraction, and what time should people come out?
Okay, we have a plethora of artists. We have Ken, Valiant, Baker, Cash Promise Move, Marcy Chin, and Sashay, and some young artists from around the area.
All right.
What's the admission, and where can we get tickets?
The admission is $3,000 pre-sold, $3,500 at the gate, and you can get tickets at brunching.apprehension.com or at McDonald's Supermarket in St. Mary, Chicken House in Port Maria, Bingers in Ochurias, and Debo gas station in Highgate.
All right, so it's Sunday, October 23, Brunching on the Beach. Now tell the patrons why they need to be there, because if you left your yard up on a Sunday, you know.
All right. Well, thanks. The last event was very successful, and we're chanting you, and the patrons came out and had a great time. This one's going to be even better. And remember, it's a food inclusive event, and we have great lineup of food ready for the patrons to come and enjoy.
All right,
now,
sounds good.
When people go out, they want to know the parking good and,
security up.
Tight. So will there be adequate parking and tight security for Brunching on the Beach?
Well, we have security, we have police personnel, we have security personnel. For parking, we have people who man the street and park the vehicle. Of course.
All right. Well, I hope the police them here said you have them at them events so they can make you go on tonight. You hear?
Yes.
Yes. I mean, how do you say your surname? Is it Searchwell?
Yes, that is Searchwell.
Can you imagine?
And he's been searched. Live on Irie FM. Mr. Searchwell, your name catch up with you tonight.
Oh, boy.
All right. Well, have a good night and be safe now. All right, squad, you know, make him go on. Big up on yourself.
Come on, free up Mr. Searchwell.
All right, bye-bye.
All right. I tell you,
can you imagine?
live on Area FM.
Mr. Searchwell
being searched. Jaja. All right. So back to the conversation, Kishima, with Malvo. He really took it there just now. But, we also know that this is not the opinion of everyone. Some people enjoy this music.
Yes, and they're singing word for word.
Word for word. Them know the lyrics, them.
Yes.
I enjoy some of it too. I mean, I think the biggest difference, though, is that sometimes when I might be enjoying the drill beats, and because me love all kind of music, I'm just like a music fan outside of playing music. Because what I play in the show is not what I always listen to and enjoy. So I enjoy some of it. I can listen to a one sking or a one skilly and, some jashy and But where I see the big difference is in what is being said. Now, first time, remember saying, you have gun lyrics long time, you have Alcana lyrics long time. Only the chopping lyrics them really new, if you think about it. Because that wasn't really a thing before, say, 2005 or thereabouts. No.
Right.
So it reaching a song somewhere after 2005. So we have chopping song maybe 10 years now. Now, anybody who listen dancehall music from a long time, no matter what the topic was, there was always some artists who are going to sing some type of slackness and some type of gun lyrics or something we would have considered lewd, or we say, what did I say? But now what I find is that there is a lot of devious or deviant behavior in the music. A lot of men singing about derogatory things to do with women, sexual things. I mean, it goes so far. Violence, all the things them to me now more gruesome than before. That's how I see it.
Yeah, man,
The vocabulary what the youth them I use, because some of them very bright and intelligent.
Yes.
Them I draw for some words and some scenario where when me imagine them something there in my brain, me embarrassed, me get slapped in my face how much time with lyrics.
No, and not only that too, but I think even the lyrics now, like sometimes it gets so graphic.
Yeah,
man,
you're envisioning these horrible things happening to women. And people.
There is no
crazy.
redemption to it. There is no moral at the end of it. It's
No,
not like
but
you're
listen,
saying
they're
that
unapologetic.
You used to scam, you used to do this, you used to that. You even have somebody in a song saying, Miss Gwenna ask if I'm still a
And
thief.
him say, yes, I'm still here committing criminal activities. Can you imagine?
So I'm saying it has gone
But
to
you know,
different
Kishima,
types
that
of
one is a
levels.
good example, because guess what happened now? Me listen out the whole of that the song there. Me I say, you know, so that youth are intelligent, that youth are putting words together real good, you know.
No, they're very intelligent, you know. These guys are very intelligent.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying about these youths, you know. These youths are great lyricists, you know. I'm telling you. Them just want to put it in a better direction. Because them bright, you know what I say?
Very.
And you know what, Malvo, something I need to highlight, Amber. Last week we had Jashi on.
Yeah.
And I was absolutely impressed.
I heard you
with
guys.
how Jashi expressed himself. He highlighted that a scamming song boss him.
Yeah.
And we were talking about, you know, the recent ban and with the Broadcasting Commission. And he said that even though he started with a scamming song, he understands the importance of changing his catalog as he go along. And he also used the opportunity as a young artist, we are pop now to encourage other young entertainers to say, you start this way, it doesn't mean you have to continue along that trajectory. Like, understand that we all have a social responsibility. And I thought that was really,
very
really
mature of
big.
him. He says a young youth.
Mature.
Yes,
He's a
I
good
heard
he's a
you
good artist,
guys.
you know.
Yeah, good. And you know what?
Yeah,
I saw
man.
him also.
I love him energy.
Me too. In the parking lot, I saw him down by Seafood Fest, Sharky Seafood Fest on Monday. And he was standing close to me, and him come over and hug me up and say hi. And you know, me say it to him, me say, me really proud of you. Because I mean, as far as I know, Jashi just come out, and you have artists who debut from when still not accept, so them have no social responsibility. Artists who debut from when who decide, say, look here, me sing one chapter tune and it works, so me I go sing 50 more. And you know, really and truly, if they put the energy into giving us good songs, them can do it. Me say this, no matter what. Them now go hear them chopper tune now on the radio, but them go find other song where we can play on the radio. Watch and see.
No, absolutely. And for persons who really feel like the only medium is social media, why limit yourself?
Yeah, why limit
If
yourself?
all these platforms are there, why limit yourself?
But Kishima, no matter how you hear them attack,
thinking.
no matter how you hear them attack, and I say them have social media and this and that. When them song now play on the radio Jamaica, them no bust, them no at.
Them not at, for real. Yeah, for real.
And that is a fact. You see me?
Radio still good still, man.
Radio still has its place, in the set of platforms which exist. So you no longer have to buy a literal radio put in your house. When you have the RFM app, you can just take up your phone and you're there on radio same
and
way.
listen for free. It's
so,
important that we add that.
I in this whole scenario, this whole argument going around about music, this, that, the ban and whatever, I don't see that point as a valid one.
I think it's too late though. I think it's
yeah,
too late.
I think it's late as well.
And
I think so.
When you really think about the mandate of the Broadcasting Commission, it make it even worse. We make so much chopping and rare fly through the gate.
Yeah,
and
you know what I
strengthening
said?
your point that
time,
it is too late.
Yeah.
I think the government just wants to blame somebody.
They were delayed.
Very delayed. And I mean, as one thing that I will agree with people saying is that it doesn't curb what we're trying to do in a big way. Because the same other platforms which allow radio to be heard elsewhere exist for other purposes like video games and movies and so on that show the same level of deviance and violence and all the things then what we are say, boy, them thing are too much.
But in the same breath, I guess we can all agree that it is still a good move in the right direction.
And it's their job to do that.
It is.
So that's why I cannot disagree with it, because
More
as you
positive.
say, them make it turn too long before them do nothing anyway.
I think more positive songs.
Somebody within the Broadcasting Commission should be given a memo. Where were you all this time?
I tell you, we need to respond with that.
We need to give them a memo. What took you so long?
More positive song we play on the radio
sleeping.
still. More positive song we play on the radio when it comes to that still. You know what I mean? Because some little YouTube have some nice song. Never get no play sometimes, but you know, them get more play now. You know what I mean? But I want to ask something still. All right, we produce some. Sometimes a producer produce a idiot song, but you know who make it go viral? Are the man who play it, you know. And them are the man who make the thing go crazy, you know. The guy who play it. I know sometimes the artist make the idiot song, but when you go to the DJ make it go viral. And them are the one we have to go on pants and say, yo, we have to stop playing them song there. Because them brought the people them type of vibe there. Because the DJs who play the songs, make the song go popular.
You mean in the dances, in the space?
Or anywhere, really. Anywhere.
Yeah. If them not play it, they can't go popular. It can't go viral.
Well, the truth is, if we not play nothing, it can't go nowhere.
You have the last touch. You have the last touch.
This is the truth. We should have Nation Boss on tonight.
Oh, yes. We should have.
I don't know where he is, but that's a different story. But he got his break in 2021. We're talking about an entertainer who breaks solely on social media.
Right.
Just by going on the platform. People
Doing a
started
clip.
sharing. Doing a clip.
Because I had shared that clip as well.
I shared it as well, and he went viral, and he got his break into the music industry. So I'm saying that to say, traditionally, when you depend on a DJ to break a song, there are other mediums where people can break. For example, people are going viral and breaking on TikTok. People are breaking on Instagram. People are getting, into spaces and places just by being on these online platforms. So it can truly happen in these areas, but you still need radio to strengthen what you're doing.
Radio play a great part still. See, a lot of people listen radio still. A lot of people listen radio still, you know what I mean? Just the younger people might have on them phone. But
now them have iRap on them phone as of Friday, so there's no excuse.
So you see right now,
Exactly.
so that's why I will come right on them phone now. You know?
That's what it is. You just have to reinvent
and
move with the times.
Exactly. And we keep doing that, so I just, I personally just feel like there is so much talent in these young people.
Yeah, man, the young people have a lot of talent.
So much music coming out of Jamaica. Even when I listen to the grimy lyrics, I'm still like giving them ratings and say, Janua, say Chronicler bad.
Yeah. One of my favorite artists still is Massacre.
Love Massacre bad too.
I would love to do a song with Massacre.
Love Massacre.
That's who I want to do a song with, Massacre.
By the way, he shared that his album was got a Grammy consideration.
Nice.
It was Irie FM's album of the year.
A great artist, a nice artist.
Absolutely talented.
Yes.
I mean, Massacre to me is the only entertainer now I have not here recycled his lyrics or metaphors.
Yeah.
He's
Very
always
good.
coming with something fresh.
New, absolutely.
You know what I mean? So I'll give him kudos. Him talented, bad.
Talented. And one thing, Massacre is a good example because we know that Massacre Boss as an underground artist where you will bear like grimy lyrics, right? And we have seen him transition himself and work himself so much into the mainstream while still having certain kind of tunes where you would have said give him street cred or make him keep him street cred based on him core audience.
Right.
So them can do it, man. Them versatile, them have it in them for do it.
So that's me I say one of the artists where come from the grimy thing and then come and change one and make it nice.
Yeah, and him still grimy.
Him still grimy.
If you think about 10 pack of matches right now, him grimy same way.
He still grimy, but him have a nice
man have fire like 10 pack of matches.
But I'm one of my artists, one of my young fresh artists that I'm like, great artist.
Love me some Massacre too.
Some 2 minutes remaining, Anthony Malvo, Amber. Look here, this was really sweet. I enjoyed it. Nation Boss, we're not sure what exactly
Nation
happened
Boss,
with you.
you missed out.
Yes. And you know, we don't really love like when our hot and buzzing entertainers
do this.
You know, give off this unprofessional.
Well, maybe him feel like him that hot.
But sometimes them do that. But you know what though? I must big up Joshy again because the week before I should have had him on the program and I see him thing. Joshy never reached till the show done.
Oh.
And him out there so block up the gate and me I blow me on like I need to go home. And then Joshy come back and him apologize and give such a good humble presentation. Me I tell you, me I feel big up the youth.
So early the following week.
Yeah, because him realize what him do the week before. So I don't know how Nation Boss plan to make it up to we.
We have to be more professional than we think.
Nation Boss, one word, humans.
Yes.
Try and make it up to area if I don't want to do that Nation Boss, all right? All right, well, Anthony Malvo, since just I use a social media guru now, tell our listeners before we go where them can find you on TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
So on Instagram, it's a real Anthony Malvo. Facebook is Anthony Malvo. TikTok is Anthony Malvo. You see what I say? Twitter is Anthony Malvo. One thing else left there?
Are you on Pinterest?
Pinterest. Anthony Malvo.
Okay.
So I'm there.
Are you on Telegram?
Oh, Telegram? Telegram whole man. I'm on Telegram and WhatsApp. And me on WhatsApp. Everything. I'm on everything. So you can't miss me, you know.
This was
I want
really
everybody to go and support this album. You know what I mean?
Yes, remember Anthony Malvo's album Matured, authentic reggae music, my people. Check it out.
Every digital platform.
Every digital platform got this album. And I want everybody cause what we need to do is support the music.
Yes.
You know, support it. Great music. You know
well, thank you so much for coming in.
It's a pleasure. And I'm glad I'm here too. You know what I mean?
All right. And outside of social media, just tell them how them can link you. You have a manager, you have a number them can link?
Well, my number is 347-891-2999. That's my number. And I'm my manager, you know, as we tell you, that's why I say mature. We can do everything.
All right. Okay, well, that's how we have to put a cap on things. Yes. You've been locked into the EBUZZ Bold and by zooming in on the hottest in entertainment. Remember to follow us on Instagram. We are IRIFM_JA, on Twitter, IRI_FM, and on Facebook, IRIFM.
And big up the entire team. Big up our production assistants, Shamara Preston, Bavine Stewart, Jody and Dawkins, our technical operator, DJ Lollipop, studio engineer, DJ Kemar, telephone operator, Jody K, and Peter Broadbaugh, keeping us locked on social media.
Thank you to the entire team. My name is Amber Kashima. It's been my pleasure sharing the time with you, darling.
Look here, it was so fun. Big up to DJ Bones jetting off somewhere.
And
this was awesome.
Muta Baruka is gonna be up next with the Cutting Edge. Big up Father Muta. We're out. Have a good night, everyone.
See you next week.